History tells us World War I started with one gunshot, but that's only half the truth, because behind that single moment was a chain of events so tangled, so dangerous, that Europe was basically sitting on a live bomb, and everyone knew it. Before the war even began, Europe wasn't peaceful. It looked peaceful, yes. Pretty cities, royal families, parades, soldiers marching in clean uniforms, but underneath, every major country was preparing for a fight they hoped would never happen, but were secretly ready for. Countries stopped acting alone. They formed teams, big, powerful teams. You had the Triple Entente, France, Russia, Britain, the Triple Alliance, Germany, Austria, Hungary, Italy. At first, these alliances were for protection, but quickly, they became traps. If one country was attacked, the whole team had to jump in. It meant any small conflict could snowball into a massive war. Europe wasn't calm. It was a domino setup waiting for the first piece to fall. Then came the arms race. Nations poured money into armies, battleships, rifles, cannons, and new technology. Germany tried to outbuild Britain's navy. France expanded its army to challenge Germany. Russia increased its forces to avoid looking weak. Each country looked at the others and thought, if we don't build more weapons, we will be crushed. So instead of calming down, everyone got louder, stronger, and more nervous. Europe became a playground full of loaded guns. Next came the hunger for colonies. European nations had conquered Africa and Asia, and each wanted more land, more resources, more power. Germany felt late to the game and demanded a place in the sun. Britain ruled the seas and didn't want competition. France wanted revenge and more territory. All this created jealousy, anger, and constant fights over who controlled what. The world was turning into a giant battlefield, and the war hadn't even started yet. So, nationalism, it sounds pretty positive at first, just pride in your country, right? But, before World War I, it really turned aggressive. Countries started believing they were superior to everyone else. Everybody thought they deserved more land, more power, more respect. And, in the Balkans, things got even worse. Small ethnic groups wanted independence from Austria-Hungary and the Ottoman Empire, especially Serbia, which, honestly, dreamed of creating a large Slavic nation, but that dream directly clashed with Austria-Hungary's ambition. This wasn't just, political tension, it was personal, it was emotional, and honestly, it was dangerous. All these causes, they basically built the bomb. Now it just needed someone to light the match. On June 28, 1914, Archduke Franz Ferdinand of Austria-Hungary visited Sarajevo. A young Bosnian Serb nationalist named Gavrilo Princip walked up and fired 2 shots. That moment didn't exactly create the war. It kinda just activated everything waiting beneath. Austria-Hungary blamed Serbia. Russia backed Serbia. Germany backed Austria-Hungary. France backed Russia. And then Britain stepped in. It was honestly like watching a fuse burning across Europe. No one could stop it. Once the alliance is activated, there was just no going back. Armies mobilized way faster than governments could even think. Nations were terrified of looking weak. Leaders believed the war would be short. People actually cheered in the streets, not realizing the horror they were walking into. By August 1914, the whole world was on fire. World War I had begun. And, the saddest part? The war didn't happen just because one man was assassinated. It happened because the world created the perfect conditions for disaster. It was a machine built to fail, and, honestly, everyone saw it coming.